You can watch the Great Minecraft Build-Off live, Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific, only on twitch.tv/GenGAME. Hello everyone, welcome to the Great Minecraft Build-Off. My name is Girard, and this is our first inaugural episode for YouTube. We've got a wonderful show tonight, but first, before we get started, I'm going to introduce my co-host. He is a previous builder known as Mr. Cheeto, but we're going to call him Aaron for the show. Aaron, how are you doing today?
I'm good.
You good? Pretty good? You ready to do a build-off?
Yeah.
I'm ready to do a build-off too. Tonight's topic, Viva Las Vegas. We're going to be having two builders with 90 minutes to build a topic according to Las Vegas tonight. I think it's going to be a fun one. I hope you guys do too.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting for me to watch because
I think I got your Skype audio a little too low. I'm going to try and reduce that for a second.
Okay.
I also might have the music a little too loud. I have no idea. I just love that theme song. Alrighty, and with that, we're going to go and get started. We have a go counter ready to start.
Well, yeah, I'm ready to say go. Quick question, though.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to have a timer to keep track, or do you have a timer?
I will let you know periodically through the show when we're doing this.
Okay.
So, on that note, I think we're ready to get started. 10 seconds to launch. I think we're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And with that, we have a build-off. Always takes a few seconds for both of our builders to actually get started because they have to sit there and think about, okay, how am I going to start doing this? Whoop. Just kidding. Over on the blue side, we've got some deconstruction happening. Again, the topic tonight is Viva Las Vegas. One of our good friends of ours, George, you see him in the GenGAME cast, he recently mentioned his plans to visit Las Vegas. And that's kind of in the back of my head. And I was going over with my roommate, and we're like, I need a good topic for tonight's show. And the first thing he came up with was Vegas. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. That's a good topic.
Red side over here is starting off with lapis blocks. Over
Interesting.
In the corner.
Now, when I say Viva Las Vegas, what is the first thing you probably think of?
I've never actually been out of the state of Texas, so my idea of Vegas is based off of movies.
So, blackjack and hookers,
TV.
pretty much.
So, yeah. And lots of billboards.
Lots of billboards. I've been to Vegas a couple of times. I haven't been to Vegas ever since I turned 21. That's the sad part. Like, both times I went, I was actually under 18. I went once for a family vacation, another time for a wedding. It wasn't in Vegas. I had relatives on the outside of neighborhood and town of Vegas. So whenever it was like in the casino, I didn't get to like, enjoy any of those slots or nothing like that. But we did visit a couple shows. I think we saw Matt King's Comedy Magic show, which is always actually very entertaining. Highly recommend that.
That's the guy who's kind of chubby and he does a bunch of magic tricks, right?
No, that's a different one. That's the Amazing Jonathan.
Okay. What's the guy? It's like two guys. It's like a skinny guy.
No, that's Penn and Teller.
Yeah, I'm thinking of them.
Yeah, Penn and Teller is probably one of the more famous ones. Amazing Jonathan's like very crude, but he does his magic, but his jokes are like really well done within it, and it's really hard to describe. Matt King is one of the older comedians. He's kind of tall and skinny, I guess, very very goofy, but and more family friendly show as well. So it's, well, somewhat family friendly. That, and I did watch a lot of Chris Angel on A&E Network for the longest time. My sister was a huge fan of him. Got a blue tower going up on our red side. Kind of ironic. Over on the blue side, we've got some kind of structure going in, and I have no idea what this is. We got letters.
I have an idea. This might be a road right here. This gray thing.
Mm-hmm. One of the things added with Minecraft 1.8 were these different kind of polished stones, and What was this one? Andesite? Let's double check on that. Yeah, andesite is this one. It doubles very well as a nice kind of asphalt kind of texture.
I never really liked it. It kind of looks gross to me. That's just me.
So it'll be pretty neat to see what we both of our competitors come up with.
Yeah.
I was kind of nervous about Vegas because I guess a lot of our audience is a bit of the younger generation. But then again, we all have this kind of like weird image of Las Vegas, again from movies and television.
Yeah.
So, but interesting to see what they come up with.
I'm thinking that thing right there at the V&E is going to be a billboard. Maybe. We'll see. I think he was also probably in the middle of it, and he's like, I don't know what I kind of want to do here. So he's going to go back and finish his road, and while he's working on that, he's going to have a few ideas of what he wants to do. So it should be kind of interesting. Got a yellow thing over there.
On the red side, yes, we do. I have no idea what that is. It's probably going to be a while before these builds kind of flesh out. I mean, we've only spent about 4 minutes working on these builds. So they still have a long ways to go, a lot of time left. So while we let them have it, I'm gonna zoom out a bit, give our audience a nice shot of our wall here in the arena. Maybe take a few minutes to talk to you. Your last build, shoot, I'm trying to remember what it
horrible.
was. It wasn't the egg hunt, was it? Yeah, it was the egg hunt.
It was.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I'm sitting here like me and Trevor, like we knew the idea was cool, but my big joke is I kept saying, well, you need a bigger, blacker box. But not only that, like honestly, if you would have went multicolored with the maze, it probably would have sold well. But the fact that it was all black, it was just not very Easter themed. It was still an egg hunt and a maze, and yeah, the maze was kind of difficult, especially since I kind of knew where everything was already. I still had a little trouble getting through it.
Yeah. Originally, I was looking for bright colors, but none of the Minecraft wool colors really looked like Easter colors to me, so I just went with black. Because that's like the normal color for a maze, so...
Okay. I don't want to sit there and like call you out, but like light blue or pink or lime or yellow.
I know.
Yeah, it happens. You got in the moment and you're like, well, this ain't happening. But you know what? You finished out pretty good. And all things considered, the maze was actually kind of difficult. Sadly, I did not save it because, as the rules are, our winners are the only ones that get selected to go into the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame's a nice little big area. We're gonna show that off in the show later. Go ahead.
The red side, that yellow thing's coming out. Looks like a diamond.
It looks like he's gonna build one of those fabulous Las Vegas signs that
Oh yeah.
that everyone's always got a picture of somewhere. You've all seen it at least once. This would be pretty interesting to see how he plays this out. It makes a giant, I wouldn't say life size, but Minecraft size Vegas board. That'd be pretty cool. Actually, very neat.
Sorry.
No, go on.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
There's like a casino called like the MGM Grand Casino, right?
Correct.
Is that MGM like the people that make cartoons, or is that MGM a different company?
That is a very good question, and one I do not have the answer to. If I had on a third screen or another mobile setup right here, I'd probably looked it up for you. But I don't know. I don't think like the MGM Studios ever had a trademark on the letters MGM. Maybe MGM Studios they have a trademark on. So MGM Grand might be a part of a different company. So I see that as entirely possible. I could also see what you're saying to be true. MGM Studios owns MGM Grand. I mean, if they're a studio, obviously they have money for their own casino. So
yeah.
Alrighty. On that note, not really any note, but I'm going to go ahead and do a quick plug before we head to our first break of the night. We usually try to do about 3 breaks a show just to get a couple plugs in and fillers through the recording. You can watch us at twitch.tv/GenGAME. And if you're watching the recording, you can follow us on YouTube at GenGameNet. Subscribe there. You can also play with us on the Minecraft server, mc.gengame.net. And during the build-off, the arena is open to all members and guests. You don't even have to sign up to become a member of our website. You can head to our spawn and through a portal, and boom, you're in the build-off arena. You can watch this live as it happens. But you got to watch it live Fridays, 6 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to take our first break. We'll be back in a little bit with more of the great Minecraft build-off. Viva Las Vegas is our topic. Stay tuned. And welcome back. We took a minute to run our commercial on our Twitch page, and we're going to give us an update on the blue side here. We've got, I didn't even mention our builders tonight. You know, how rude of me. We'll take the time to do that. On the blue side, we've got VinceLambor. Trust me, that is not his real name. I double-checked with him first. Working on his own building on this side made of stone and quartz and glass. I'm not sure how stone would be a solid building block choice. We're gonna have to find out soon enough. Maybe he's got a reference he's going from. That'd be interesting.
It looks like he's using the stone as an outline for the skyscraper to make it like stick out more.
Yeah, and then fill in with blocks later. That's a pretty good technique actually. And over on the red side, we've got ImAnApple1. Both of these guys I'm going to mention are newcomers to the build-off. They're both brand new people. They've never competed before. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see them bring their own take to the show. And he's working on that sign of his. He's definitely got some kind of image he's referencing to put his Las Vegas sign together. So that's going to be really, really cool to see how that plays out. So we're going to take a minute, and we're going to give a couple shout-outs to our Twitch chat. RSD Trophy, hello. Oh, hi. Bay, love me. Ha, what's up? How you doing? Or Green Hedge Maze, herder. Are you going to talk about last week? I'm sorry, these comments are like 10 minutes old. I'm just now going through them. I want to take care of the important stuff first. Skittles in our chat. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Other possible build topics I was going over. George was suggesting that I kind of want to run this by you. I want to see if you think it would be a neat idea. Opening season, kind of like baseball opening season. So that's kind of like a thing right now. The baseball season starting.
Yeah.
My first objection to it was okay. So you want us to build a baseball arena inside of a build-off arena. I'm not sure how that would play out.
You'd have to like downscale it.
Yeah. I don't know if I should give them like the builders a bit of a head start by turning everything to like building our own baseball diamond, and then have them build an arena around it. It definitely could work. I might have to take a little bit of extra planning and maybe a couple stipulations saying, okay, you have to build this for me or this. Whoa, got a little bit of mic interference from you.
Yeah, sorry, my hand bumped into my mic.
That's quite all right. So it's currently a topic open for discussion. But if you guys are interested in contributing, maybe you got a topic you want us to build on the build off, you can tweet us at hashtag Minecraft build off and submit your topics. We will be searching for the hashtag Minecraft build off. Suggest a topic, we might include it in the next show, and we'll give you credit for it if it is your suggestion. Over on the blue,
you can talk.
Over on the blue side, he's working on a Vegas sign, and he's running out of room with the letters. So that's kind of unfortunate. He's going to have to go and hurry up and reposition that stuff if he's going to want to make it fit.
On the red, he outlined his orange symbol with glowstone.
I keep forgetting you can't see what I'm looking at here. Yeah, he's working on that. He's filling in his yellow sign, so that's really going to come together. He's probably going to fill a lot of that in with yellow wool or white wool, and then carve out the rest of the sign. Or he's going to put the letters in front of the yellow sign to help it, fit in there better. That'd probably work out as well. But we still have plenty of time. Let me double check on our counter here. Yeah, we still got plenty of time. About an hour, 16 and a half minutes. Plenty of time for them to build something. Anybody who's ever competed in the build-off knows, like, an hour is a lot of time. Half an hour is a lot of time. But we used to give people 2 hours of build time. And that even that gives people a lot of room for some crazy builds.
Yeah, I think for the Valentine's one that I was in, you gave us 2 hours.
I think you're right. Actually, that was the first one we did, wasn't it? No, it might have
Yes.
been. Was
No.
it the first one?
It was the second one.
It was the second one. Okay. All right. The second build was first dates.
Yeah.
All right. Because I think Trevor joined me for the first build. I'm trying to remember what topic that was. And then we did first date. No. The first one was the Zelda memories, and then we did first dates. And then we took a break for a month because we were working on some stuff, some private stuff we had to deal with. But no, we're back. And this is like the third week in a row we've been back with the show, and I think everyone's happier for it.
Yeah, I really like build-offs.
Who doesn't?
People who can't build.
I think people who can't build could still possibly build. You could surprise yourself with what you can build. I've seen some pretty talented people compete on the show before. But if you're interested in competing in the Great Minecraft Build-Off, you can sign up. Just go to gengame.net/build-off. There's a big click here button, and you can sign up. We might even have you in next week's show. Go ahead.
I keep talking when you're talking. I'm not sure what he's going to do with the Vegas sign, because he doesn't...
He doesn't have enough room. And I did tell him that you got to build within the build space. I didn't completely set up the border permissions for everyone, because I'm still working on it. I got everyone's individual permissions. Like red and blue side both have restrictions, so I don't have to give everyone one surrounding thing, and we have people running into each other. So it's a bit better now. Say hi to a few people in chat. Well, looks like we've got Booka jumping around, having a view. How you doing? He's waving at me. A few people on the red side. I don't know if they left us yet.
On the Twitch chat, King of Noobs suggested Japanese garden as a later topic.
Japanese garden? That'd be pretty interesting, actually. I think we did some kind of garden, or actually, I think we did a garden or park as a theme before. Just a regular park. I know earlier we did themed parks, but in previous seasons we did just park, and we had a couple pretty good results with that too. Japanese garden would be actually kind of challenging for some people. You could think, well, what is a Japanese garden? You're gonna have to spend some time to research that before you get started. And as a note, we do give everyone a couple hours of an advance of what the topic is. Usually no more than 12 hours, but usually more than 2 hours. As the case was today, we kind of got our topic in late. But I think it's a good one for tonight.
Blue side's getting rid of his Vegas sign.
Is he now? Maybe he's going to rebuild it soon.
Yeah.
I have to wait and see. He's got a good chunk of that path done, but he's just going to have to make a little bit of progress, because it seems a bit slow going today.
Yeah, but he extended it.
Alrighty. And then he's going to make that V fit in there quite right. Always very interesting to see how people do their letters. He's going for the added block underneath the bottom center one, whereas mine if you look at GenGAME Live, there isn't one there, and I think that actually makes the V stand out more when you have a background or contrast. But in his version, he does not do that. Actually, I almost might be thinking that he's stealing my pattern. No, he's not. I'm just kidding.
No.
I didn't invent how to make the G.
That's like the only way to make the G.
If you put another block in the hole there, you would collapse it in, but it ends up looking too much like a 6. So
Yeah.
it really depends on how you do it. His version of the A I do like. It's 4 blocks wide instead of 3. It's a bit more of a defined shape. I guess a different kind of font as well. Same with the S. He's going 4 wide instead of 3. I use 3 wides for whenever I can, just for the sake of saving space. So that helps make the rest of the sign flow better.
Yeah, I make A's how you made it on your billboard over here.
Mm-hmm. And again, it really does help to save space. So for anybody wondering about our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/GenGAME, we've got a lot of neat stuff happening. I want to take some time to, I guess, plug all of our shows. I want to get all that out of the way. We'll probably do it again at the later of the show, because I'll get bored. Nah, I'm just kidding. I never get bored of the show. I love doing it every week. But talk about some of the other great stuff we do. We do occasionally live stream during the day. You know, we have just like regular games that we're playing. It's like, oh, I'm working through this game, so I'm going to stream it and talk to you people in chat. But we do have our regular shows. Friday, of course, the Great Minecraft Build-Off. Thursdays, we have the GenGAME Cast. That's our weekly podcast about gaming news. It's a lot of fun. You guys should check it out. And Sundays, we have Trevor's other show. He hosts the GenGAME. He produces the GenGAME Cast, but he also hosts what we call Couch Gaming. That's him and Joe, who's a mutual friend of ours. They sit on the couch to play video games, usually cooperatively, sometimes single player. And recently, they've been playing a lot of Perfect Dark, which that stream has been a lot of fun to watch. Especially since Perfect Dark is actually a really hard game, if you don't know what you're doing. I don't know if you've ever played Aaron, so...
I have never played that game.
Even Perfect Dark Zero on the 360?
Nope, I'll have to watch the stream next time they do it, see what it is.
It's a really old school Nintendo 64 shooter. It came around, I wouldn't say it came out at the same time as GoldenEye, but it was around the same era, and it's kind of got a similar play style to GoldenEye. I don't think it was the same. Actually, it might have been. No, it wasn't the same company. Rare didn't do GoldenEye. At least I don't think they did. Actually, I don't remember now.
Over here on Red side, looks like he added some sort of weird white wool pattern, and I think he's spelling letters. I'm not really sure.
I think it's supposed to say "Lovely Las Vegas," or I don't remember exactly what the text is. Or the luxurious Las Vegas. Let me actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull that up right now on my browser on my other screen. I apologize. It's gonna take a slight pause in the video feed for the Minecraft. Las Vegas sign. Let's see what Google Images gives us. Oh, it says "Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas." That's what it's supposed to read. So we're gonna end up seeing that at some point. Should be a lot of fun. Lots of fun. All right, pull that game back up again.
Don't know if he has room to fit fabulous in there.
Fabulous. It might be what he's readjusting for. Well, or is it WELCOME? The whole thing might be too low. I want to say the welcome should be higher. So
he could save room and put Fab Vegas instead of fabulous.
Another neat trick, if you can pull it off, it's actually kind of hard to do, is merging letters together. If you have blocks with defined edges, like, okay, we're headed up to the sign here on a default Minecraft skin. Iron blocks have what I call a defined edge. There's a border. You can clearly see where the box is. If you use that to your advantage, you can push two letters together, like the A and M in GenGAME. You can always you can mush them together and save a block of space, or even a few blocks of space. You push all the letters together. But since the iron block has such a defined border, you can still make out the letters with somewhat ease. So that's also another neat trick for fitting everything together.
I didn't actually know that. It's pretty handy.
It works in certain situations. It all depends on what letters you're using and what you're trying to spell and the space you have to work with. But yeah, it's another technique you gotta try to utilize. In Apple's situation, I had to check his username. In Apple's situation here, he should probably go with the 3 wide letters when possible. Same with the L, because that would save him a lot of space in the long run. Because I think, yeah, he's making a lot of adjustments right now because he realizes I need to conserve as much block space as possible.
See, I would just erase this entire word because right now the L's don't snugly fit into that little dip he has right there. That would annoy the heck out of me, and I'd just rewrite the entire word.
I am very similar because I got really bad OCD when it comes to Minecraft stuff. It's a one block off, or one of the room is, if you try to divide a room and you have one too many blocks on one side and then the other, or you didn't divide it symmetrically, I'll have a freak out.
Yeah, I got really annoyed when I was making the maze last time because it wasn't a square, it was like a rectangle. It annoyed the heck out of me, but I didn't have time to delete anything.
Over on the blue side, he's got his Vegas sign put in there. Another, I guess added effect of lighting.
Yeah.
One thing I want to notice is that another problem I have with this V, I know it's a V, and everyone looks at it and knows it's a V, but if you take a quick glance at it or you look at it wrong, you can almost mistake that for a really wonky Y. That's probably another reason why I leave that upper middle block, red block, open.
What I'm confused is why he put the redstone torches outside the letters, when on the sign the letters actually are spelled out of light bulbs. It would make more sense to put the redstone torches on the red.
Yeah, that's great. Actually, it would make a lot more sense to use redstone lamps. Lamps
that
over glowstone. Like, glowstone is a weird texture, but I think redstone lamps have a more defined texture, and I guess it helps it better in the design perspective. Even though you have to power each lamp, it's still got just a right different amount of. Like I said before about defined edges, redstone lamps fall into that category because it has a border for each icon. I can demonstrate here in our stands. You can see the borders of each redstone lamp as compared to a glowstone. They kind of just run in a pattern. There's no clear distinction between one block and the other.
Oh, I know what this is here on the blue side. He's making a pyramid.
That would be alright. A little mini Luxor would be nice. Hey, we didn't say it had to be accurate. We just gave you a topic and you build with it. That's just how it works on the Great Minecraft Build Off. Because we come up with topics all the time, and it's crazy to see the direction people go with. Last week I mentioned this. I want to bring it up again so our people on YouTube can hear about it. One of our previous topics was themed parks, and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna see some roller coasters, and we're gonna see yada yada, or a regular like park. But what instead we saw was an aquarium, which kind of expected. But on the other side we saw industrial park, and I'm just like, I'm done. So you went and built something I wasn't even anticipating, and I got excited immediately when I saw like he's working on a building. That's an industrial park. Oh my god! He just took my topic and went somewhere completely different with it, and he ended up barely winning. That game was decided by a tied vote. We had a coin toss to determine the winner, but we kind of gave him the unofficial win. I had Trevor look at it later. He's like, "Yeah, I think red side looked better." So like, he gets the official unofficial win there. But still, go taking themed park and making an industrial park. That was just absolutely brilliant work on his part. Was that OP Kid who did that?
I don't know. What would be really cool on the blue side is if he built a tiny Eiffel Tower and a tiny Statue of Liberty, because I know Vegas has those.
You're right, they do. Wait, Eiffel Tower? No, yeah, you're right. They have an Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, they do.
And anybody ever says like Eiffel Towers or no mini Statue of Liberty, I immediately think of what was it, National Treasure? They talk about like there's 3 different Statue of Liberties.
There's
the one in Vegas, then there's the big one, Ellis Island, and then there's one in somewhere in France.
Yeah, there's one in France because we gave them like a mini version as a gift back or something because we're butts.
I don't know. I remember the guy's name, Edouard Laboulaye. I've seen that movie way too many times that I cared to admit. I don't know. My mom's a fan of the series, and I'm like, okay, and I saw it in theaters, yada yada. I just remember that part because I guess there's a lot of real history behind it, so just something kind of stuck with me. But yeah, if he manages to build a mini Statue of Liberty, he's got a very massive leg up on red side because that would be pretty impressive. Eiffel Tower would be a little bit easier to consider. Go ahead.
Yeah. Now, the one thing annoying me about this pyramid is the top of it.
Right.
Because it doesn't meet a point. It's just a rectangle.
Well, depending on your perspective. If you look at the front, it's kind of got a point. He could add another 2 blocks in the middle, but I don't know. His design choice, I guess he doesn't want to do that. But no, I see where you're going. If you just put one more row of blocks right down the middle, that'd be the natural conclusion. But at the same time, they kind of... what's the word I'm looking for? The untraditional peak, I guess, gives it a little bit more character. I'm trying to sound very professional and talk about these builds. It's really hard to do that. It's just Minecraft. But at the same time, there's a lot of ways to describe, what someone's building because, some people it's like, oh, it's just blocks. But to other people, it's like, well, there's a lot of detail that goes into it. You choose one block type over another, and it changes everything and how you appear to look at something. And the same thing with texture packs. Kind of brings in the next thing I want to talk about. I've had a few people ask me, is like, why don't you use a different texture pack? This one looks way cooler. And I say that because we don't want to limit the show to one art style. We don't want to say, okay, we're going to do this whole Minecraft building show, but we're going to be using this texture pack. And for some people, it's just like, I don't like that texture pack. I prefer default, or I prefer this. You want to make it fair and easy for everyone. so we use the default. Checking over on the red side.
Yeah. You just
Quick
finished your
segue.
welcome.
He's got a welcome sign. We're going to see how the Fabulous will come in. You can put a very small 2 and Fabulous right underneath it, and then have giant Las Vegas underneath.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
I'm going to have a quick check on the time here. I should
I
have
like
it
how
open,
they-
and I don't.
I like how they're using the new blocks. Was it hard clay?
Stained clay.
Stained clay.
Well, it's hardened
like
clay,
this-
and then you dye different colors. But yeah, stained clay is one of them.
I like the stained clay. It looks really smooth.
I'm both a fan and an enemy of stained clay. For a couple of reasons. Obvious, it should be obvious to you, is that something like blue stained clay does not look blue. I don't know if anybody else has checked that out. Okay, light blue stained clay looks like that, but blue stained clay looks more like purple. Which is great if you want more purple in your build, like we do on the GenGAME sign. That's all blue stained clay. So, there's a couple texture packs I use that kind of correct that. Blue stained clay is a real blue color, but it's like very, very smooth as opposed to wool. Wool will have a texture, but then the stained clay will be little to no texture, like a couple, like similar to how the default is, but they just do a color palette change.
I think if you want to use an actual blue for that kind of smooth effect, just use lapis blocks because it's about the same texture as stained clay.
I would mostly agree with you, but if you're looking at lapis blocks, why wouldn't I? I want you to see if you can figure it out. I talked about it already. But what do lapis blocks have that?
I know they're more defined.
Yeah,
Right.
the defined edges. You can see borders of lapis blocks. So that's kind of and that's the big difference between that and stained clay. Stained clay is the seamless texture. So I'm also a big fan of quartz. Quartz has also that border texture, but at the same time, if you use it right in a certain build, it doesn't. Like if you look in the hallways of our stadium, like the entire stadium is basically built around quartz. So you can see, the patterns of the hallways. There's a nice big square pattern. But you look at the underside, the ceiling uses upside down stairs and half slabs, which use a seamless texture. Which is actually something I'm working on. I want to work on maybe using half slabs for all of the walls. I think there's a way to get that texture of the underside half slab, or parts of a half slab, and use that as the wall texture. It's one of the very specific items that you have to generate in order, or with World Edit to make work. So I have to work that in later.
I believe Vince on the blue side is trying to build a mini Eiffel Tower.
And you would be right in assuming that he's going to go for all the traditional parts of a Vegas build.
In my opinion, that fence does not look very good.
The iron bars, yeah. I think if you wanted to do an Eiffel Tower, he would have to use a really, really complicated mixture of both iron blocks, iron bars, and maybe even fences for a few parts. I want to look at a few things. I wouldn't think iron doors would work, but iron trap doors maybe. If
It
you
looks
place
like
it right.
he's trying to get the middle of it where it kind of intertwines with metal.
Mm-hmm. But the whole thing just kind of I think it's a little put off. I'm put off by it because he's using stone for his construction instead of something like an Eiffel Tower would be made of. So.
What was the topic?
Also on Skype, Trevor said he will join at the next break.
I'm glad you brought that up because we are going to do that right now. We're going to take another quick commercial break. Once again, you're watching the Great Minecraft Build-Off. If you're watching us on Twitch, make sure you follow the channel. If you're watching the recording on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back in about 30 seconds with more of the show. And we're back, and joining us now on Skype, producer of the GenGAME cast, Trevor Magnani. How you doing?
Doing good, Benny. I love how you corrected yourself as you were introducing me.
I cannot mess that up. I gotta make sure I do not mess that up when we're doing anything.
And it kind of sucks not hosting anymore, but I've gotten over it.
So, another week, another build-off. Topic tonight is Las Vegas. What do you think about that?
Viva Las Vegas.
Vegas, baby. Wait for you to get on the server and we can show around. We got actually a packed house in here tonight.
Oh boy.
I said packed house. I mean, we got more than our usual number of people on the server. And anybody watching the show tonight,
I detected a small amount of sarcasm in that line.
Small amount. Anybody watching the show can watch us in the arena. Just head to mc.gengame.net. That is the IP for the server, and you can enter the portal in our spawn. There's a big room full of portals, and it's the big purple one. It takes you right to our arena, and you can watch us happening live, as well as watching the live stream. So, quick update on our builds tonight. Over on the red side, we got Apple, who's working more on his sign. We mentioned this earlier that his Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas was a little bit off-centered or might be running out of room, and it seems like he's doing that right now. He's trying to figure out how he's going to fit Fabulous in there and then Las Vegas. More than likely, he may have to rebuild the sign behind it. But he's got 54.
This is going to be tough.
He's got 54 minutes left, and when he's done with this, I'm actually worried that he's going to run out of time to do anything else. But we're going to have to wait and see, because this sign, it looks like it's going to be pretty big and pretty epic when he's finished.
Vince has gotten rid of the iron bars, and he's using stone fence to build the Eiffel Tower instead. It's actually looking pretty good.
That's actually a very, very interesting design. That does look a lot better. Aside from it not accurately representing an Eiffel Tower, it might help it look a little bit better like one if he can get his structure right. I think he needs to make it bigger in general scale to make everything work out just right.
Yeah.
I don't know. In relation to everything else, it might work. It might work. Depends on the scale he's going for.
I think he's trying to mass scale this pyramid he built over here earlier.
Yeah, I'm still a little disappointed on his pyramid. He's got nothing on the inside. I mean, if you're thinking Las Vegas, you know, a lot of us like to think casinos and showgirls and stuff like that, but he's going for the general buildings. And he's got his sign and his pyramids, and I guess he's kind of working from memory from what he would think Vegas would be interpreted like in Minecraft. So, kind of interesting.
Oh, you know what would be cool?
What?
If somebody built like some sort of magic related thing for this topic.
I'll do a little quick redstone and be like, ta-da, magic trick, and just make something like appear, disappear with pistons or droppers, or whatever. That'd be pretty neat.
He's filling out the Las Vegas sign.
I guess he's gonna elect to leave out the fabulous part, as he was
The
running out of
fabulous
room.
part's going to be very tough to do in Minecraft, especially at a size that would fit in this arena. I mean, we're down to like about 52 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably realizing, oh wait, I have all of this space to work with.
Yep.
And he doesn't want to be like the last guy who was over on red side who forgot to fill in the rest of his build area.
You're talking to him.
Oh boy.
No, it's alright. I scolded him a bit about it already earlier today. I think we all agreed, you know, mistakes were made.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what this lapis thing that he built behind it's for. Is it supposed to be like a stand for the sign, or?
It's not supposed to look like. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the reference image real quick. Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas images. It's supposed to be just a giant star. I mean, the blue thing here is just, I guess, holding up the sign. That's like the support beam. And then there's a star at the top, and then the giant sign over top of it. But Yeah, as I said before, the diamond he built behind it is way too small. So he could probably still salvage this if he rebuilds the diamond behind it, which he has plenty of time to do it.
And all he really has to do is just expand it. I would actually, going back to looking at the scale of the sign, I would probably make the star a little bit smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now it's about half the size of the sign, where in real life it's only goes from about the end of the W to the end of the C circle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at like we got some clip art, and it's a very accurate assessment of that. I have no idea what his reference image is. I'm sure he picked out a good one before he started. We give him a couple hours to mull this over.
Yeah, you were talking earlier about using space in the arena. And blue side has a lot of stuff, but it's really small and not very detailed. And red side has like one big detailed thing. I think that one is the one that people are gonna like the most because it like has more stuff to look at. It's not as bland llooking as, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, and it's something we do discuss pretty much every time we do a show. We talk about what should be the right contract or right amount of work between getting something done on time and getting something done correctly. And there really is no right answer to it. I guess it's all dependent on your build style. But the big thing we all agree on is that you be consistent. Like, you know what you want to do, and you just do it. Don't sit there and try to second guess yourself the whole time, because then you're just wasting time redeciding how you want to build something rather than just building it.
It's like, this is going to be a teepee.
Maybe.
I should really stop saying what stuff is going to be and let people guess.
No, that's kind of the thing. That's kind of the surprise of the whole show. We try to figure out exactly what somebody has in mind. That's why we pick such good topics to let people just go to town on them.
Oh, you finished Eiffel Tower over here. Looks pretty good.
It looks, for a small scale, it looks about as well as it could.
The bottom part of it, the legs they're wonky, but it's still pretty good for the size of it, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so much you could do at that size.
So I'm gonna go a bit off topic as we're just kind of floating around and give everyone a wide perspective. Recently, there's a big sale of Minecon tickets. I'm sure there are a lot of people who would love to go or are going. But at the same time, during like the whole April Fool's fiasco, there was a teaser image sent out by Dinnerbone. He said the next Minecraft update is gonna be called the Combat Update, and I kind of want to get everyone's thoughts on that.
Combat Update. Makes me think of Halo.
We're adding guns and.
I mean, Microsoft does own Mojang now, so.
Oh my God, the Halo update! Oh, this would be fantastic.
It's like.
Oh, that would be the Halo update then.
And not the combat.
The combat update sounds like, if I remember correctly, it's updating the way combat interactions work inside Minecraft.
Now, what would be really cool and would make sense with a combat update is, you know how when you right click with a sword, you just kind of retardedly tilt it.
That's supposed to be a deflecting thing. I don't even know if that works half the time. I've never pulled it off.
What if they implement it to where it actually blocks every time you do it? So if somebody's hitting you, you can do that, and it makes you take less damage.
I know there are a lot of PvP or Hunger Games servers out there, or even just minigame servers, who would get very upset if they did that. Because that's just really broken. All you gotta do is sit there and hide in a corner and hold your sword out and block everything. That's
see, the thing is, you'd still take damage, and I'm thinking like the durability of your sword would affect how well you actually block the attack. Like, if your sword's about to break, then you're going to take more damage than you would blocking with, like, a completely brand new diamond sword.
Okay. Assuming they don't add things like shields into the game, I would say, yeah, blocking would probably have a similar effect that it does in World of Warcraft, whereas you have a chance to block, and each block reduces damage by X amount of %. I'm gonna give him a quick notification. You are building outside of the arena of the build zone. Be careful. As you know, we do have a limitation on where you're supposed to build. I'm gonna let it slide this time. It's by 2 blocks, but I am letting him know that he shouldn't be building any more outside of that. Mostly because if I had done our regions properly, it wouldn't have happened anyways.
I like this little sign he put right here in between the two.
5 times center it. I think it is centered. If I'm looking at, I'm looking at the diamond in the back, and then the 2 is centered. So I don't know exactly what he's.
The 2 is centered. The welcome certainly is not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the sign be up there. Oh, maybe.
Looks like it needs to be moved to the left.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. Or no, to the right. Maybe. I don't think you can center it, because... How many blocks long is this welcome?
No idea. We do, on the other hand, have some interesting developments over on the blue side. We've got some kind of ring and the removal of grass. Other than that, I have no idea what this is.
It's going to be a NASCAR racing stadium. Because, that's in Las Vegas.
NASCAR! Budweiser.
Where is the NASCAR racing thing?
Vegas? I thought Vegas had some kind of speedway. I don't remember exactly where that is, though. Actually, it might not be in Vegas. It might be somewhere outside of it.
No, Kentucky's horse racing. My bad.
You are correct on that.
I think the NASCAR thing's somewhere in the south.
I want to say I don't want to say Texas, but I almost want to say Tennessee. No, Tennessee would be more Nashville.
Yeah, there probably is one in Texas, but it's not the one I'm thinking of. It's like the famous one.
Okay.
It's like something in Raceway.
Sounds like a strong bad joke. It's like something.
Something. Is that in water? Oh, it's a pond. Nope, it's a fountain.
Yeah, I forgot Vegas has those crazy fountains.
That'd be kind of cool.
I feel like we're getting more of like the general feel of Vegas on the blue side. Vince is definitely going for that.
I just needs to put some.
He's gonna fill in those holes, otherwise he's gonna have. Yeah, there he goes.
No,
he's got it.
Yeah, what would be cool if he had different pillars of water at different levels to simulate fountains.
He's still working on his pond here, so let's give him a minute to work that out. And on the red side, he's still working on his Las Vegas sign. He's making little by little progress. Oh
no!
Oh,
we have a development here. It is a large
pillar of coal.
Oh.
That's what Vegas is famous for, large pillars of coal.
Totally. That's the first thing I think of.
I know.
Well, looking at his position on the ground, he's staring at the ground. He is counting out something. So he's got something planned. I'm actually kind of excited because I have no idea what it could be.
What's the time? Am I going to announce the time? Just so
go ahead and announce them. They have about 42 minutes left. Just let them know. We're about halfway done with our timer today.
Would we only do an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so glad I didn't miss the whole thing.
I'm also glad. No, you showed up at the right time. Stuff was happening. Developments are taking place. We already got a good chunk into our builds ready.
He's got 2 coal pillars.
2 coal pillars. Third one. We can assume there might be a 4th.
It's getting crazy.
Watch what happens.
How much you want to bet he puts a 4th one down?
Might be a safe bet at this point. Oh, while Pillar Mania is happening over there, we've got Mountain Mania happening.
We might have 6 pillars if he's gonna go symmetric. No, I don't know. I don't know. He's destroying and building and destroying. I have no idea.
This fountain's looking pretty snazzy.
He does have a fountain. He's working on. He's probably gonna have them at different heights too. He probably looked up the Bellagio fountains and he's like, all right, I'm gonna make something like that. That'd be pretty cool. My guess is just a general Google search, Vegas photos, and he just went with the first 10 results, and that'll work. You want Minecraftify your own Vegas dream? Go for it.
There's a little hidden room right here.
That would be neat.
No, I was just saying it's like a room. I wasn't saying put one there.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if he built upon that. All right, I'm gonna get out before he yells at me. And it's my show. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm gonna try and leave him alone.
It looks like he's kind of bouncing around with ideas because he never really finished his brown structure over here.
He should try to go with maybe like a really simplified version of one of the Bellagio fountains. Maybe like just a circle of fountains with a large one in the middle, or...
And he might actually be doing that. He has a large one in the middle. He could put 2 or 3 more on the sides, and yep, there he goes. He's gonna do it.
The centering of his fountain is, I think, gonna hurt him just a little bit. I think if he looks at this fountain from top down, he'll quickly realize how off things are.
You are correct, actually. The symmetry, the symmetry is definitely off, especially considering the outside ring and the 2 side or the 4 side ones right now from the middle. That's completely off of symmetry, and then the middle ones as well are not even from the ring.
Oh, spent glowstone in there.
Very interesting. One thing he should take note is that he doesn't have to leave any blocks in the middle. He can destroy them all, and the water will stay there. I guess making a true fountain of sorts. That, or you could even use like fence posts, like in the middle, like towards the bottom, and activate kind of like a little spurts or a little water fountain spouts. Be a neat way to simulate those.
I'm gonna take a wild guess on what the red side is making. I'm gonna say it's a Sphinx.
Out of coal? Well, okay. If he does the feat, yeah, possibly.
Yeah, that could be the outline of it. But he's using logs over here, so I don't know if I'm right.
Just as a quick note to all of our viewers watching today, you guys get to vote on the winner. Everybody in our Twitch chat, we will put up a straw poll at the end of the show, and you will vote for the winner of tonight's Las Vegas build. Will it be ImAnApple on the red side or VinceLambor on the blue side? Time will tell. This is anybody's game at this point.
What do you think he's building, Trevor?
I have no clue. I was going to venture a guess, and nope, I'm not going to look stupid when it's completely wrong. So I will abstain from a guess.
I will completely volunteer to look stupid when I'm completely wrong. Looking at coal, and he's got wood, some kind of box shape.
Benny.
What'd you say?
The casual burn.
Oh wait, Vince just left the game.
Uh-oh.
That's blue side.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna have a look at our console, and I'm gonna go and finish my thing I was talking about before. I think red side is building a catapult. He's got a wooden frame for it, and and like an interior kind of supports it. No, okay.
Did you ever see catapults in Vegas?
No, I have not. I'm gonna have to go and double check to make sure. He didn't say anything in chat about having to leave. I hope not.
The internet could have crashed.
We do have a I wouldn't say a rule. It's a little bit of a stipulation. If somebody accidentally disconnects from the game for an extended period of time, we'll give them some time to, I guess, make that up later. We've done it in the past. We had to put off a show when we did like the remaining 30 minutes of someone's build because they had a really bad disconnect with the internet. And so we are willing to overlook that kind of stuff. But even then, looking at how much time we've got left, what about 38 minutes, I guess? I can't see it. I didn't put it in the right spot. Considering how much time he spent on his build already, he's got quite a bit done. But he also has quite a bit unfinished. So he's gonna have to figure that out soon. Meanwhile, on the red side. I'm gonna zoom out and give
I-
everybody a quick look at Red while he's building. I'm gonna try and figure this out. What's going on here?
I got two other pretty good guesses on what this is going to be. It's either going to be a giant pool table or some sort of giant card table.
That would be pretty neat to see a pool or both. Definitely, if he fills it in with green wool and then adds like poker chips to his giant card table, that'd be pretty neat to have play out.
Because it looks like the black's going to be like the legs, and he has the outline for the table and logs.
Hey, Benny. Quick question. The stream doesn't have the video full frame.
I know. I apologize for that right now. I had to zoom out real quick so I could have everyone see kind of what's going on. Double checking with our builder's Skype chat and make sure we didn't have an accidental disconnect from Sparky. I'm trying to figure out where he went, and I would really hate to have just a one-sided build for the rest of the match. But I did make a note of the time. We do have 34.5 minutes left in our show. We're going to keep going, and we're going to wait and see what happens with Vincent. I really hope he returns.
I think everybody hopes he returns.
So I'm going to go ahead and full screen our video.
Did he drop off Skype too, or?
I sent a message. I have some kind of reply. Yeah. No, ImApple1 wondering if he should stop or keep going. I told him to keep going and not worry about anything else. We will probably make an exception and have him be able to finish up his build later. Hopefully he isn't gone for too long. We'll work out some kind of deal and we'll make the rest of this show happen. Don't worry, everybody. But on that note, I'm going to take another commercial break while we double check and make sure everything's okay with Vince. Once again, don't forget to follow us on Twitch TV/GenGAME. Watch us the build off live there. You can also subscribe to the show on YouTube at youtube.com/GenGameNet. That is our channel. We have not only the Great Minecraft Build Off, but also our podcast, which happens on Thursdays, as well as hopefully some other content coming soon. Shh, under wraps. We can't tell you yet. Wait and find out.
Regardless, we can say that there are a few options of what might be happening with GenGAME, all of which are awesome.
I love all of our options. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back with more of the Great Minecraft Build Off. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Back in a quickie. And we're back with more of the Great Minecraft Build Off. We're still waiting on Vince on this side. We don't know what happened to him. We hope it's just a simple internet connection issue. In which case, if he comes back, we will give him an extra bit of time to, I guess, finish the build. In the meantime, I guess we're going to have a lot of fun, just witty banter between us hosts and the red side here on his catapult. I hope it's a catapult.
I think it's going to be a table.
Yeah.
You know what would be really cool? If it was roulette.
Ooh.
Benny,
A giant wheel on the front? Oh, that'd be really cool. Or craps.
Craps would be good too.
If it somehow ends up being a catapult, I will pay you money.
You will pay me money. Cross my fingers.
There will be a pizza ball if it is a catapult.
And you can't Skype him to build the catapult because I can see if you send a message.
Please let our builder know real quick. He's got about 29 minutes left on his build.
Okay.
Our one builder left.
We should put witty commentary in those wacky air quotes. The witty is subject to Benny's hilarity.
I'm hilarious, and you will quote everything I say. Thank you, RSD Trophy. I know who you are. I have your information. Couple shout-outs to chat. King of Noobs, Crash Smash, RSD Trophy, Zimp. Zimp is a bit of a legend in the build-off circuit. I try to convince him to come back.
They're gonna get him out of retirement.
Maybe. I was trying to get a hold of I'm Dyslexic, because another one of our previous builders. I wanted to get him to start building on here too. It'd be really neat to see a lot of old veterans come back.
They'll never be able to build a better maze than mine.
Maybe make a bit of a bigger one.
Oh.
Saying bigger, blacker box.
No. A multi-story maze. Like,
Multi-story. Oh.
that would be crazy. And like you'd have to find a key in each level to open the door to the next level.
I do have to say, you're a bit of a jerk because you gave everyone a torch, one redstone torch, to kind of like find their way. That was pretty evil.
I was trying to do imagination. I renamed the torch a flare, so it's
I did see that. Yeah,
like you're exploring like a cave and you just have like one flare to light your way.
but it doesn't actually work when you're hiding like that. That's something they need to add to Minecraft. You hold a torch or a redstone torch, and you can kind of light your way in front of you.
That would make mining so much cooler. Because you don't have to like spam torches everywhere. You can just hold the torch, and then you can see where you're at.
I think it's honestly it'd probably be really easy for them to put into the game. The biggest issue with it is not putting into the game; is getting the lighting issues done right. Because with every major patch, they always announce some kind of bug fix or change to lighting. And no joke, this is every patch because they always change something. They're like, oh, we made this render better on some computers. We made this lighting change so this pops better in caves. I'm just like, oh, you're still trying to figure this out. And I've seen a few plugins where you can, quote-unquote, equip a torch and you just walk around and it just illuminates around you. And it dynamically changes the lighting, and it breaks everything. So I know it's possible to probably add torches or even like headlights in the game, but it would really mess with a lot of stuff unless you do some kind of filter. I don't know if you guys messed with filters, especially if you go into video settings and you click on super secret. No, you go to the options, click super secret settings, and it changes like all the different filters on the screen. There's some pretty crazy ones that'll happen.
Yeah,
I can see that happening with like a headlight mode. Go ahead.
There's one that makes it look like you're looking at like an old TV.
yeah. Classic black and white.
Yeah.
All of its 120p resolution or whatever it was back in the day. I do remember a long time ago. Like I had this small TV. The other one I was playing all my classic video games on was broken, so I found a smaller black and white TV. I was able to hook my NES up to. So I was playing Super Mario World in black and white, and it was hilarious. I mean, it turned everything to grayscale. It still worked. I could still distinguish all the different enemies and items in the game.
Yeah.
Well, most of them.
The TV I got's like early 2000s. It's not that old, but it's still pretty. It's like a TV you'd use for a GameCube.
I know. On our desk over to my right, we have this it's a flat screen, but it's like an older first generation flat screen. It's the ones like, oh, it's a flat screen TV and you can hang it on the wall, but I don't even think it has component inputs. That's how kind of old it is, but it isn't really heavy. And it's not a tube, I don't think.
Yeah, the AV cord plugins for mine are loose, so I have to shove a crayon under it so it stays and it doesn't make the screen turn blue. So I have
crayon. That's an interesting choice of.
Well, that's the only thing that fits in there. It's a yellow crayon with a princess paper wrapped around it because it's my little sister's crayon that I took from her room.
You stole your sister's crayon. Shame on you.
It was for a good cause. It's so I can play video games.
So you can play video games. That's definitely a good cause.
quick update to anybody watching from the Twitch chat or on the video on demand on YouTube. Vincent on the blue side had a disconnect, and we have no idea what happened to him. So what will probably happen at this point, it's seemingly very unlikely he's going to come back anytime soon. We will give him time, probably off the show or off the set, to work on the build, and we'll have to make some kind of decision on to who is the winner. Because
somebody's calling me.
Okay, I can continue. Because at this point, I think it's very, very it's still up in the air who the winner could have been, because I think Vincent on the blue side had a lot going for him. He had a lot of plans. He was working on his fountains here, and we had a disconnect, and he didn't tell us what happened. So I don't know, and he didn't let us know in chat. So I'm assuming it was some kind of internet issue. But in the meantime, we're going to continue watching stuff on the red side, and seeing the green wool go down. That looks like green felt. So we have some kind of Vegas table going in. We don't know what it is yet. Most likely poker, but we could see craps, or like what Trevor said, roulette, or is that Aaron who said that there?
I said roulette.
You said roulette. I said craps, and I think he said poker at one point. So
I think it might be poker.
Blackjack, maybe.
Very possible.
And here's an idea. Will he be adding chairs, or maybe some kind of giant dealer? I don't know. He's got time. He's got about 23 minutes left here. So, Trevor, I didn't get to show up on the podcast on Thursday. What'd you guys talk about?
Well, we talked about a whole bunch of stuff, Benny.
Like Black Ops 3?
We talked a little bit about the Black Ops 3 teaser. Just a little bit.
The announcement teaser before the announcement teaser, like that's a trender now. We're gonna announce an announcement.
It's called going full EG, because I think they were the first company in gaming to just make that just the thing to do.
EG or EA?
EG.
EG. Oh, okay.
Because every single announcement they had to go hype up and hype up and hype up over and over and over again. It ended up being something stupid.
One would argue that's kind of the joke. It's like, oh, we're going to put a lot of hype into something, and it's dumb.
Yep.
Somebody's on our other GenGAME account. Hey, how Twitch mobile chat doesn't work. It does work. Check your phone. Nah, Twitch mobile chat can be kind of weird sometimes. My phone it works on. My old phone it didn't. But we see Apple here working on his Vegas table. A lot of floating blocks here. Do you think he should have went with carpet, or should he went with wool blocks and then build on top of it?
You know, I probably would have went with the. I don't know. It's kind of weird because it almost doesn't matter because you're not seeing what's on the surface.
Mm-hmm. And if he puts more things on the table, he's going to run into that problem really quickly. He's like, welp, I have to delete the carpet blocks in order to put something down. And it might look kind of weird. It might not. I don't know yet. And I'm getting a notification that Vince has made it back on the blue side. I don't know what happened. I'm going to check our Skype chat real quick to see what his response was. I'm going to have to go ahead and let everyone else know. Aaron, our other co-host, said he has to leave. I want to thank him for tuning in tonight. Again, that was Mr. Cheeto. He was competing from last week's Easter egg hunt build. We thank him a lot for showing up today and helping commentate. But, yeah, over on the blue side, Vincent has come back at around the 20-minute marks. We're going to give him an extra 18 minutes after things are finished. Trevor, you want to go ahead and let him know he's got an extra 18 minutes on top of the time to work? And we're rounding about 20 minutes left in the build, so let them know that as well. 20 minutes left in regular build time. As Apple is filling in his table here. He's going to use some kind of glowstone. Most likely glowstone to put around the perimeter of his table here to, I guess, light up the arena a bit. As we hear Trevor typing away.
Yep. Dude, that
Suspense intensifies.
the Razer keyboard, man. My Razer keyboard with my Razer headset and my Razer mouse.
I am Razer keyboard, Razer mouse. I had a Razer headset, but the
Just kidding, I don't have a Razer headset.
The ear cuffs started falling apart, so I don't use that anymore. And I have a Razer. I would call it a mouse pad, but that is an understatement. This thing is a mat. I love it. It's because I can put my beverages on it. It kind of works like a sort of coaster for my entire workspace. It's the Goliathus. I use the control version. Other people use speed, but I kind of like the texture. So
See, I've got the classic Goliathus Alpha.
the smaller one.
No, it's the one that before the control and speed editions.
Oh, okay. Do you think that's more like control or speed?
It's got a rough texture on the top, so I would assume
More control. Yeah. It took a while to get used to the rough texture because I would keep my wrist in a certain spot and I would start rubbing up against it in the wrong way. But as I'm adjusting my posture and I guess my right hand gets more used to it, it doesn't bother me anymore. But that first week and a half, it was really, really weird. But I highly recommend it for anybody who likes added control, especially for like first-person shooters. Anybody who likes to play sniper, I know the very importance of having very, very precise mouse movements for that kind of stuff. I played a lot of TF2 back in the day.
Man,
logged in.
Real serious business.
Real serious business. I played Team Fortress 2. I know the struggle. Like in my 200 plus hours of that, like logging that game, I think it was like 150 I spent as a sniper. It was, and this is only a span of a couple of months, and that's all I did. That's the only game I owned at the time. Before like Humble Bundle had their thing, and they had like 8 bundles, and I bought everything, and I started buying Steam summer sales. Which that doesn't happen till what, August? Did they have a spring sale, or are they having one soon?
It almost seems like Steam sales happen 4 times a year.
But the only ones people worry about, the only one everyone like gets hyped about, it might be it's
summer.
Summer and winter are literally no different from each other, but everyone gets more hyped about summer for no reason other than just to get hyped about it. It's great. You see the emergence of all the new videos hyping people up. Last year's Lord of the Rings parody was hilarious. That was great. I don't think anybody topped that or can top that for a while, but we'll have to wait and see. Maybe we'll see 50 Shades of Gabe come out sometime soon.
I don't know how to think about that.
That kind of brings me to a somewhat related topic. One of the subreddits, r celebs, I guess, is everyone posts all the beautiful female celebrities, but for one day they said we're now letting everyone post male celebrities, and naturally Gabe Newell rises to the front page. It's just inevitable. It's gonna happen. There was also another some magazine that was doing a voting contest for the year's hottest hunks, and there's a campaign to get Gabe Newell voted, and I think they replied to it as well, saying, "Hey, we know what you're doing." It's kind of funny.
But stop it.
We won't stop until we have Half-Life 3. We won't leave him alone till then. No. I think he's probably the greatest example of somebody just kind of embracing the fandom, because he knows like people, there's jokes out there and he kind of embraces them as best as he can. And sometimes he even like caters to it and gets people more like fuel to the fire. Alright, I'm going to check over Blue Side for the first time in forever, see what kind of progress he's made. He's got, this brown building is turned into a slots building. That sign's kind of overextending the building itself. It's kind of unfortunate. Kind of like a Western building, the way the wood and the wool contrast each other. He's going to have to decorate this inside.
I would say at this point, make the building 2 blocks bigger, or 3 blocks bigger.
He definitely can do that. Just extend 2 blocks on the right side, or even 3 blocks on the right side. That could definitely take place.
That's what we would like to call the quick and easy fix.
And meanwhile, he's cutting out the inside of his belt. I'm trying not to get in there and get in his way, but he's taking all that grass, replacing it with wool. Different from what Apple on the red side is doing. He put down carpet on top of everything, and this guy's just going for straight up wool. I guess it just makes it easier, because if you use carpet on top of whatever you're doing, you only got 2 blocks to work with now, unless you start deleting wool. Which, again, it doesn't make too much of a visible difference, except some things might look a little bit shorter. It's very subtle, but you can't see something appear shorter because you're walking on carpet instead of flat ground. Mm-hmm. So I guess it's more of a design preference. So, Trevor, next Sunday on Couch Gaming, more Perfect Dark?
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up. All right. How far did you get last week? I didn't see the rest of it.
I have no sense of like direction in that game or sense of how far we are in that game, so I couldn't even tell you.
Is it getting harder?
Yes.
A lot harder. So you sure you're taking longer at certain levels, trying to figure it out?
Yeah, and the thing is, like, because the game is primarily a single-player game, some of the missions just do not work in multiplayer. Like, the last mission that we did was a break into this facility and get on board Air Force One.
Oh, the last mission. Next mission, you're on Air Force One. I do remember that vaguely from a long time ago.
So I know we're on Air Force One. That's where we are. And the big problem we had was, all right, we could drop our weapons off, but once we drop the weapons off, the person outside no longer has weapons. Because somehow our inventories are linked.
That's yeah, that's kind of broken. Whoops.
So what we ended up doing was we killed all the enemies outside. We didn't pick up their guns. And then we would time the suitcase drop with all my weapons in it. Mm-hmm. With Joe being ready to pick up a new weapon, so he could pick up a new weapon and then just go loud.
Yeah.
And then I could go and find my way onto Air Force One, which took quite a few tries because I had no clue where I was going.
I think it might be getting kind of closer to the end. Again, it's been forever since I played Perfect Dark. I mean, it's a wonderful game, but it's, I don't know, compared to something like GoldenEye, I think GoldenEye was a bit easier for some people to navigate around. If I remember that a little bit. I was having trouble trying to figure this out earlier when we kind of talked about couch gaming for a second. Who developed for GoldenEye? Was Nintendo or someone else?
Rare.
Was it Rare? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was or not, so... Alright.
Oh yeah. Probably are not. I don't think we're actually close to the end, because we're only on Mission 5.
Mm-hmm. You spent a couple hours in Mission 4 then.
Oh, that was Area 51. That was a mess. I mean, each mission has, like, multiple parts.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
So, like, Area 51, you have infiltration, rescue, and escape.
Gotcha. Oh, so that one mission you did with God, that was still part of Mission 1 then?
That was...
Or was that Mission 2?
Chicago Stealth. That was Mission 3, Part 1.
Okay. that was hilarious. I'm sorry, I would love to do this this objective right now, but God keeps blowing up the cars.
Couldn't kill that thing.
Virtually indestructible. God. Yeah.
Physically indestructible.
Virtually and physically indestructible.
I think we were both wrong here. This is a pool table.
Oh, okay. I was sitting there watching him work on it. I'm just like not registering. It's like, oh, he's doing stuff. Okay. I'm currently currently looking over on the blue side. He's filling in his slots building. He's got a couple make-believe slot machines made with I think those dispensers. Yeah, or droppers with redstone on top and a lever. It kind of looks like a slot machine. That works. It definitely works. And he's got a bar in the middle. It's a nice little slots building. Pretty neat. This thing kind of harkens back to last week's build where we talked about difference between functionality and appearance. And I think this build on the side has a bit of both. Like, his builds are somewhat functional. Like, they're doing a job. It's a building, and it's part of Vegas, and especially with the slots building, he's got his slot machines in him. And he's got a bit of a presentation. He's got his fountains, which he actually needs to finish. I hope he remembers to do that. And while his billboard is as elaborate as Red Side, he has the billboard. You know it's Vegas by looking at it. Then again, Apple is definitely gonna have to work on that pool table. That middle pocket's actually spot on. I think he's got that exactly the right amount of blocks. I'm gonna do a quick check. Perform a discount double check on this one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18.
He's got to book it, though, because he's down about 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
8 minutes
to about 8 minutes.
15. Yeah. We're getting about 8 minute mark, so we're going to have to hurry up and wrap this up on the red side. Remember, blue side's got about an extra 18 minutes because that's how long he was disconnected for. So I think in that time, we're probably, when we finish up the build, we're going to take a break, talk to the chat room a bit while we let him finish, and then we're going to wrap up tonight's show. So not too much of a delay for that, so that's pretty good. I'm going to check on this side. Got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 1, 2, 3. Yep. That pocket's right in the middle. Very, very neat using the nether brick fence for the pockets themselves. That'd be pretty cool. I think if he had a lot of time, and if you want to get really elaborate, he can make the little the chutes and have the solely angle down. But that'd be a lot of precision work to put in there.
You know,
he needs a bigger
classy
table.
pool tables don't have those.
Really?
Yep. The really classy ones just have the nets.
Oh, okay.
I played on a lot of classy pool tables.
As a fly. There's probably 3 pool tables I've ever played on. One, had the nets. Second is one my grandpa had in his basement that my mom and dad inherited into their basement. And that thing was a pain to get down there. And then the third one was a kind of older pool table, whereas the corner of the pool table had a bit of a dip. So whenever the kids went down there to play, they would line up a shot. They wouldn't have any other balls. It would just be a white ball. They shoot at the corner, and they would have something in the distance, like a bucket or something, and they try to shoot the ball at the pool table into the bucket. It was pretty fun. We didn't play pool on that table. We had a really fun time.
It was
trying
just
to play
trick shot.
bucket. Yeah, just trick shot.
You guys were trying to be dude perfect at that point.
Probably one of the funnest pool games I've ever played. When you got a series of buckets set up.
Play pool.
You just got a series of buckets where you're like, let's aim for the middle one there. Strange kind of beer pong setup. Oh, could you imagine? Pool beer pong of some weird sort. I've watched a couple of those beer pong videos, or people have those crazy trick shots they line up, and they spend like 4 hours recording it, just getting that perfect throwdown. They attempt that stuff like 30 times. That in any video where somebody has like a little portable basketball hoop, they'll put it in like the back of a truck and they'll drive away, and the guy throws the ball from really far away and nails the shot. That must take him forever. I'm not sure if you're talking, Trevor. You got a muted microphone.
Yeah, I'm here.
You're there. Yeah, you're a little distracted. It's all right. Over on the blue side, Vincent is surrounding his pool. He remembered about the fountain. He remembered that he has a fountain. So He's working on some more. He's getting a path of stone bricks around it, kind of just adding another touch of detail to it. I think, though, he needs to work on his road here. He should make this this first road too wide, especially this one on the other side, too. He should make it too wide. And then maybe have another smaller road connecting to the fountain.
But that is all on his end, what kind of design he wants to go for. But before we do anything else, I do want to take a quick moment and just let everyone know, both of these builders, this is the first time competing. So if you're on the fence and you're thinking, I don't know if I want to compete in the show, these guys have never done this before. Like they might have built stuff before. Who hasn't built stuff in Minecraft? But both of these guys are the first time competing on a Minecraft building show like this one, and I say they're both doing a pretty swell job for their first time. So if you're kind of indecisive, like I don't know if I could compete in the show, anybody can compete. If you can build it, you can do it on here. As we get down to about 3:45 left on the clock. Apple on the red side is going to have to be wrapping up his build soon. Checking a quick message here. Alrighty. He's going to have to hurry up if he wants to finish that last pocket. He's looking over, going over every detail, making sure everything's just right. I think he changed a bit of a pockets design. No, yeah. Before he had the whole square open, and now he's just got a bit of an angle piece. I think that works out a lot better. Considering how wide the pockets have to be and for the kind of shot to line up. So if you're imagining a pool ball being about a 2x2 square, these pockets are just the right size for any kind of theoretical Minecraft pool ball shot to fit it in anywhere.
Theoretical Minecraft pool ball shot.
That's
I rest my case, folks.
That's the words of the now. And there's another way to put it. It's like there's no such thing as a Minecraft pool ball. So I'm speaking from a theoretical one. It's gonna be about 2 blocks wide, or 2x2. I could even borrow some of his build area right here. It'd be about the size of one of these. Considering the scale of the pool table, this glowstone block right here would be about the size of a pool ball. And I think that would be about perfect, especially look at the triangle that would be set up at the end.
Now is he gonna put balls on the table?
Does he have time to put balls on the table?
Does he?
Does he? He's got about a minute 40 left. I think we should let him know. Let him know he's got about a minute and a half left. By the time he sees it, he's going to see that. He's going to have to hurry. He's got one more pocket left in there. I don't think he's going to have enough time to finish. I'm a quick reminder to Blue. Blue has an extra 18-minute remember. But he's going to have to wrap this up quickly. I'm going to spend this last minute just kind of hovering around him, observing him, because this is kind of his moment to shine. Blue will get his very shortly. So. I ran out of things to talk about. I can't believe that this happened.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
We could talk about some things happening next week. We have a potential for there's some exciting things happening in the GenGAME world. Can't talk about it all, but the long and short of it is something awesome is happening. We're just hoping that things line up, and when they do, we can talk about them more. But hopefully, we'll have an idea later this week, or maybe tonight or tomorrow, of some of the cool future things to come for GenGAME.
I'm excited, and you guys should be too.
Yeah, it's been a fun few years that we've been doing GenGAME. We started in 2009, and from there we've really built up a small empire of stuff. And with that, it's time.
Yeah, I was letting you talk. I'll stop looking at the time. All right, he's done. Oh, he got him one little extra block, but I think we're okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go ahead and click. I got a little countdown or count up time over here. I'm going to start counting up from right now. 18 minutes, he's got... okay, this isn't working right. Chrono, up, okay. 0, 0, 0, okay. You won't be able to see it on stream, but I'm just letting everyone know that Blue Side has 18 minutes starting right now. He's about 5 seconds in to finish his build because he had a bit of a disconnect earlier, which is unfortunate, but, it does happen. We get outages in playlists. Trevor knows all about that, random disconnects when he's doing something important. But with that, we're actually going to take another commercial break.
Another,
and then we're going to spend the last 15 or so minutes talking about Blue Build and maybe some more wonderful commentary from myself and my co-host. We'll be back with more of the Great Minecraft Build Off. Stay tuned. And we're back, and we're in our, I guess, post-build time, letting Blue catch up. He has...
We're in extra time.
We're in extra. We're in overtime.
No,
he's got about
overtime. It's extra time.
Extra time? Okay. He's got about 15 minutes at this point left to finish this build because of a disconnect.
The referee officially signaled plus 18. We're going to go with plus 18.
Okay. During our Twitch break that we took, me and Trevor were talking. Wow, I just had a major brain fart. Forgot what we were talking about.
Talking about monitor setups.
We're talking about monitors.
Wants to go to a 3-monitor setup.
Pretty much, I have my main, I have a TV. It happens to work as a PC monitor because HDMI rules. And I have my traditional monitor to my right, which has all of my stuff for my stream. I'm constantly looking at it, looking at the chat, looking at just numbers of things going on. But the thing is, I got so much stuff on that screen. It would just help if I had a vertical monitor to my left just to put the Twitch chat and my timers, and that's there. And I could just, everything's in front of me. I don't know. I want to have a really neat battle station. I look at battle stations on Reddit lately, and everyone's got vertical monitors, and I want one.
Vertical monitors suck.
Do they suck?
They are absolutely useless unless you program.
Unless I program. Okay.
Which you don't.
Which I don't.
So, no. Do not do. Stop thinking. You bad.
Maybe we'll get a third monitor, though. Not a vertical, just some kind of third monitor. We'll see if I could scrap up anything around the apartment here. Throw something together.
You get a couple... Just salvage a laptop and get an HDMI board for it.
Maybe. Heck, I could salvage a computer.
This is the Statue of Liberty over on the blue side.
Yeah. Well, if we look behind the Las Vegas sign he put up, which is actually a new addition, I'm going to cover that real quick. He added Las to the Vegas. Glad we got that taken care of. Some kind of Prismarine Statue of Liberty. That's actually kind of cool. Liberté. I know it's an intentional spelling mistake, so that's why I'm finding funny. Looking over the blue side, he's got pretty much everything on his build right now. Only question is, what's he going to add next? Because he's got a lot of time. I guess he's going to work on the interior of this building. He can add actual floors in or put in the back. So we're going to have to wait and see what he does there.
Should point out that Uncle Clapton in chat.
I was just about to get to that.
You can switch them. I have a triple monitor mount that allows me to rock my monitors in either a vertical or horizontal fashion. I tried it once. I will never try it again.
And for those of you wondering what triple monitor mount is, it's basically a giant pole that has a horizontal pole that has 3 monitors set up on it, if I remember correctly, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And it frees up a lot of desk space.
Yeah. I screwed up when I set mine up, though. I put the crossbar in at the wrong height, so it's a little low now.
Whoops. I'm bumping into the wall here. But no, I don't know. I think a vertical monitor,
I just want it vertical because I could fill up the entire screen with a Twitch chat. But I don't know. Twitch chat isn't too active, so it's easy to just keep in the corner of my one screen. So maybe that's all I need to do. I just need to shrink everything on my other screen to make everything fit better. And you got Vincent just working on the little details of his build. He's got about 11 and a half minutes left on that timer. On our extra time. So, I want to throw this out to the chat room right now. Anybody kind of wondering? Let's say you want to compete in the build-off. Yeah, I talked about this more than once today on the show, but I like covering it. We got new people always jumping into the show as we're doing it live. You want to compete in the Great Minecraft Build-Off? You can. Just head to gengame.net. That's GENGAME.net/build-off, one word. And it'll take you to a page. And it says at the very top, click here. Click that. Take you to a sign-up form for the 2015 season. And we will get you into our Builders Forum on Skype. And pretty much that lets us coordinate all our builders together, let them get to know each other, and we just start staging events. Coming up probably in the next couple of builds as we grow our audience, especially with our new kind of YouTube format we're working on, we're going to start adding prizes to our builds, which is going to be a lot of fun. Just small prizes, it gives people more of an incentive to actually compete. It's not like, oh, I'm not going to come and do this just to waste 2 hours of my time and get nothing out of it. No, we want to reward people for coming on our show and having a good time. Because we love doing build-offs. People who love building them absolutely have fun with them. I don't think I've met anybody who says, oh, this thing sucks. I don't want to do this ever again. Well, we might have one. He was a troll. Forget him.
You're not selling it too well.
Not really. How about you? You sell it. Give me your pitch.
It's your show. I can't sell your show.
Can't sell my show? Okay. Good. It's my show. I ain't gonna sell out. Well, also, don't forget to follow us on Twitch and YouTube. It means a lot.
The casual...
Don't forget to subscribe, liking and commenting on this video.
I hate people that do that.
For some series stuff I watch, it's just part of the routine. They say it at every video. But some people, do cheesily work it in. It's just like, again, I don't get paid to plug, but one YouTube show I've been watching for a while. You ever watch Good Mythical Morning?
Yes, once or twice I've watched it. Not exactly my cup of tea from them, but teach their own.
My sister got into this. Got into them for probably a few months ago when I was still at the other apartment, and she's like, "I've been so obsessed with these guys. I've been watching all their stuff all week," and I'm just like, "Okay." And I watched a few episodes, but it grew on me because they had a couple things. It was pretty funny. It was genuinely funny because they have a format and it works, and they work so well together. So I watched that. I guess I'm kind of grown into YouTube. I was never really big into YouTube in the last couple of years, so kind of a new frontier for me. It looks like we got Apple in our chat. I say, hey, what's up? I'm an Apple. Hello. Talk to him.
He's been listening along with the stream when he was, as soon as he wrapped up his build.
Which I told them they could do. Once the timer's up, they can start watching. Which we're currently okay with.
Yep. I mean, there's really no way we can enforce it, unfortunately.
we go on the honor system, but for everyone, it is fair, I guess, to just kind of, just keep your ears out of it. Because, yeah, like, me, or mostly Trevor, will have just, like, a stroke of brilliance. And it's like, it'd be cool if they built this. And the guy's listening and watching it. It's like, oh, I should totally put that in my build. And all of a sudden, boom, he's got a better build than the other guy. And it's not fair. Which is why most of the time I try to keep the dialogue to more of a casual conversation. Try
as you may, we have to talk about the builds at some point.
Yes, we do. Like right now on the top of our little, I guess, skyscraper. If we look at the scale of everything, if that's the Eiffel Tower, this thing is massive. But But then you have the pool. I guess it would be a massive pool as well. A pool on top of a skyscraper and a bar. If you don't have a bar in your casino, you're doing it wrong. Reminds me, isn't there a couple of casino, like not skyscraper places, but a couple of big buildings that have pools and the water like runs off the edge, and just like I don't know, I would get sick.
You got the infinity pools.
Is that what those are?
Yeah, those are the pools that you don't really see an edge to them.
Yeah. Oh man. It's like there's just like a little glass wall.
And if you want to,
over, and it's like, oh my god, that's
see
the
something
ground.
go wrong with an infinity pool, watch the Archer episode with Kenny Loggins.
I'm trying to remember that, and I remember that episode, but I don't remember what happened, so I'm gonna have to rewatch that. I didn't get to watch the finale
Season 4.
Yeah, it was Archer Vice because he gets him to perform with Charlene.
Archer literally shoots the glass of an infinity pool, and then saves Kenny Loggins. something danger zone.
The cover they did, like the girl that had voices Cheryl Tunt on the show. She's actually like a really good singer, so she did all the stuff on the show, which I thought was like really impressive. But like I don't know if like they had a soundtrack for that season, or they made up like a mock-up CD for Cheryl. But it was just really neat that that she did that, and then they actually got Kenny Loggins in to do like a country west, or no, what was it? Outlaw country version of Danger Zone. A lot of people give Archer Vice a lot of crap. It's like, oh, they just went in a totally new direction for the show. I thought it was great.
It was awesome.
It was great. It was for one season. They just like got to not do the spy show, and it was just all about them trying to be cocaine dealers.
No, but it was the perfect segue season, and also gave them the perfect out on getting rid of the ISIS name.
Mm-hmm.
Which was like totally necessary.
Kind of an unfortunate real world thing colliding with a fictional one, but it definitely worked out. Archer Vice, it was just a hilarious season from the cocaine cast they made for I can do names right now.
Cyril. I know it was for Ray.
No. Who wore the cat? Pam.
Oh, Pam wore it.
Yeah, Pam wore the giant cast made out of cocaine, and then later she starts eating it.
She actually is the cocaine head. That was great.
And it's like, oh, I lost all this weight. I've been addicted to cocaine, and yeah. And then they do the Eastbound and Down episode. That's really funny. And like Archer's passed out for most of it, so he missed like this whole thing. He spent this time hyping up. He wanted to do his Eastbound and Down, and he's like passed out in the cars. They're doing it. It's pretty great. Quick update. We got about 3.5 minutes left on our extra time for Vincent on the side. He's adding in some kind of truck or bus or party van. I'm not going to elaborate on that term because I know where it came from.
Party bus. I was on a party bus with my company, and my boss almost knocks his eye out with a champagne cork.
Your company has a party bus. That's pretty awesome.
Well, no, we rented one. We chartered a bus.
Well, yeah, I know, but still.
We went to Six Flags, and it's 10 a.m. and half of the company's already drunk.
That sounds like a right kind of party. Oh shoot! I accidentally clicked out of my timer here. Last time I was on a party bus. I think it was my cousin's wedding. This is a good story. We got a couple minutes left on our timer.
Oh, sorry, it's a tour bus, no party bus.
That's a tour bus. Oh, okay. But oh yeah, that makes more sense. So what happened? I was at my cousin's wedding. I missed the rehearsal dinner, and my aunt got these bags together for all the ushers and the groomsmen and the bridesmaids and all that. And each one had a bottle of vodka in it. I got mine late because I missed the rehearsal dinner. So I'm there. I'm at the resort hotel. And they're like, oh, here's your bag from last night. So we get on the party bus after the wedding, and
Open goes a bottle of vodka. And there goes shot after shot after shot that I'm taking, as well as whatever else I'm drinking. I should also make a note that the previous night before, I got 0 sleep because somebody talked me into speedrunning Super Mario World for a couple hours.
You're doing it wrong if you're speedrunning Super Mario World.
You don't remember that we were on Speedruns Live for a couple hours and we were racing that game, and I got seated like rank 50 or something. And I was like so proud of that, but the next day I'm just like, I'm tired. I didn't eat anything. I'm drinking lots of vodka, and I threw up at the bar at the hotel before the reception, and it was not fun. So that's my experience with, and we traveled on a party bus. So that's my party bus story. I'm terrible at stories, but they are still good.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. We'll do it again. We got 50 seconds left on our timer, on our extra time. Vince is making a little bit, just little touches here and there to make his build pop out more.
Did you put the straw poll together yet?
Do not. You can take the time and do that.
I will take care of that for you.
And I will call time when he is supposed to be done. As a reminder, anybody watching in the Twitch chat can vote in the poll. We will be posting the poll in the Twitch chat. Quick little straw poll. All you gotta do is click it, vote for your winner, and you decide who goes home with all the fame and glory in tonight's Minecraft build-off. Is it going to be VinceLambor on the blue side, or is it going to be I'm an apple on the red side? And that is time. That is the time. We're going to go ahead and post that straw poll in the chat, and then we're going to quickly go over both builds and talk about what we like and dislike on both sides. Waiting on Trevor for that straw poll there.
I'm getting it together right now. Don't worry.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out who won. And new poll available. Vote now. I'm gonna click that real quick. I'm gonna cast my votes, and then we're gonna go ahead and talk about our two builds. Cue build music. Get out of my way. Cue build music. Where's my build music? There we go. I even have the old build music on cue. Alright, over on the red side, we have the classic Welcome to Missing the Fabulous Las Vegas sign. I think it's a pretty good rendition. And then we have a pool table, which I think both look very detailed, but his build is lacking a lot of key stuff of Las Vegas other than the sign and the pool table.
I wouldn't call a pool table the most standout thing. It's not the most Vegas thing.
Correct. Yeah, because you think pool tables like, oh, I think Las Vegas. No, you just think professional pool players and trick shots and stuff like that. So probably not the best choice in the kind of table you would use. I'm surprised they didn't go with a poker table. So over on the blue side, we have more of a collage build. We don't have the traditional Vegas sign, but he does have a sign that says Las Vegas, so you know what you're looking at. We've got, a nice little big building with a pool on top, a mock-up Eiffel Tower, Statue of Liberty, pyramid, slots, fountains, everything you can name. The only issue I have with this build, I guess the biggest issue for me, is that each of these little scenes he has set up is kind of sloppy. I didn't want to use that word, but there's kind of a bit of a rush job for each of the scenes. Like inside the pyramid is mostly unfinished. We have a block here, it's out of place. He didn't finish his fountains, but that's due mostly to his little disconnect. He's got a derpy Statue of Liberty, which is kind of funny, so I'm going to let that one pass. Eiffel Tower could have been done a bit better. But overall, he's got a more complete scene. Trevor?
I'm usually a big stickler for building the scene for the good first impression, but I really like the detail that went into Las Vegas. Like, when people think of Las Vegas, the first thing people think about is the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. Like, it's the most iconic thing. It's the thing that Vegas uses to advertise themselves. It's that iconic. Mm-hmm. And I think over on the red side, I'm an apple. got a pretty faithful recreation of that. I mean, there's a lot of details out of place on it, but not bad.
Yeah, you look at it and it's like, oh, it's definitely supposed to be the Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas. It's missing the Fabulous, but you definitely recognize it as soon as you see it.
Yes.
So I am going to agree with you on that.
The unfortunate thing is there's nothing really else in the build. There's a pool table.
It's that
when I
with,
go to
with
Vegas,
no pool balls or pool cues.
I'm thinking of craps. I'm thinking of roulette. I'm thinking of casinos.
Slot machines, poker, blackjack, all the card games. And Red's build really doesn't capture a lot of that. The pool table is just kind of like an extra thing he thought of at the last minute.
It was a cool thing, good detail, looks classy, but that's it. No pool balls. Didn't even get around to like styling the floor at all. Just you got a pool table.
It's the way to cook it crumbles. Okay, I think we're good. Well, actually, we are a pretty close vote tonight.
We're going to let this vote go for another few minutes, I think.
Another few minutes? All right, and we could talk about a couple of stuff. Trevor, you think we should, I want to say overplug a couple of things before we wrap up our poll. Make sure we got everybody in the chat room on our Twitch chat voting in this. Sunday, couch gaming. Check it out. As far as YouTube-wise, for the Great Minecraft Build-Off, I'm looking to have, I guess, this video go live on Sunday. I spend a good chunk of my Saturdays, editing, getting this put together. I think 2 days is good enough of a buffer from a live show to a recording. That's my personal opinion. I don't know how Trevor would feel about that. What's that supposed to be? I don't know.
I'm just hissing at you for taking 2 days to edit a show.
We'll see. If anything, I'll probably upload it Saturday night and schedule for Sunday. We'll see how this first one goes. I think this week's recording, we really nailed it and how it turned out. But yeah, Sunday, check out Couch Gaming. Next Thursday, GenGAME Cast. And lots of other neat stuff potentially coming in the future. Details not quite locked down, so we can't share with you. We're just sitting here waiting for our votes to tie up. And it's a pretty close one tonight.
Absolutely, and I think both players had their good parts to their build. They definitely had their shortcomings, but I think considering all things considered, I think both players put a good effort in tonight.
Honestly, all things considered, this is probably I want to say this is a bit more of a challenging topic, especially for new builders to the show. But hey, if they can take somewhat of a more difficult topic like Las Vegas and kind of roll with it, you guys can do the same. So again,
now, I would like to mention that this build vote is currently tied. So we do need somebody to break the tie. There are plenty of you guys in chat, and you definitely need to go and make sure you get your vote in so we can break this tie. We don't want to go to a coin flip.
I really don't want to go to a coin flip. Not again.
I do not want to go to a coin flip. I think we definitely need to have somebody on call that could break a tie. In the worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, you didn't say who won her. Just waiting on a couple more extra votes, and we're going to have to go ahead and call it. George is hanging out in the chat. I just see him showing up saying, I liked my topic. And welcome back, Aaron, to the Skype call. You're kind of late, but you're here. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm fine.
I know he had to step away. You didn't have to come back, and if you had a headache, that's quite all right.
He's gone now. I took a bath.
All right, that's good. That's good. Last note, but I guess before we wrap up the show, wrap up our votes, we can't have a show unless we have builders. I mean, we have a good chunk of builders, but we do need more. So if you guys want to compete and have a chance to earn fabulous prizes, sign up gengame.net/buildoff. Aaron, if you haven't voted, please do so right now.
I did vote.
You did vote. Oh my god. Oh, for a half a second, the vote was on. The tie was broken, and now it's unbroken again. Oh man.
And this is getting too close.
We gotta have someone else we can call to break the tie. King of Noobs in chat's like, I can break the tie, and someone's like, nope, you cannot. Maybe we do need to do another quick flyby for everyone to have a look at this. Red side, we have the traditional or the iconic Las Vegas sign and a pool table. And the blue side, we have more of a collage Las Vegas, which has a lot of the stuff you would expect to see in a Las Vegas environment. You know, the mini Statue of Liberty, Eiffel Tower, fountains, pyramid, slots, big party building with pools and bars on top.
Here, why don't you just use this to break the tie?
Number generator?
No,
I have a coin.
It's a coin flip thing.
A coin flip thing. Okay, let me have a look at this. Random.org/coins. Coin flipper. Flip 2 virtual coins of... No, flip 1 virtual coin of...
You can change the type. It's pretty cool. And then when you flip it, it actually shows that kind of coin you just flipped.
Thomas Jefferson, $1. Alright, so somebody want to call heads or... which side's heads, which side is tails? Somebody's got to pick right now. I can't believe I'm doing this. We're settling this on a...
No,
wait.
We have a tie here.
Uh-oh.
We do not have to go to a coin flip.
Okay, alright. That settles that. Okay. Twitch is spoiled. You guys can see the vote. For anybody watching the VOD, we gotta do this grand reveal. So, Trevor, you want to go ahead and set up our voting switches underneath?
Yep, I'm on it.
While Trevor's setting it up, I want to go ahead and do a couple of quick thank yous. Thank you to everyone in Twitch for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you everyone who's watching this on YouTube. Again, don't forget to subscribe.
Oh, now everybody wants to start voting.
Now everyone wants to. Yeah, the vote is actually more defined right now. We got a lot more people coming in, and thank you to Trevor. Thank you for Aaron for helping me co-host the show tonight. Maybe we can see you next season. Actually, Aaron, maybe we'll see you build next week. I'll put you up against your sister. Your sister signed up, right?
Yep, she signed up. She's just waiting for Skype.
I'll probably take care of that after the show tonight. We'll see if you're not objecting, maybe I could put you two up against each other. That'd be kind of a fun thing to go for.
I'll make sure she stays in the living room then. I'll build another maze.
Bigger, better maze. A bigger, blacker box, please.
All right. We are ready.
If you're ready, then we can go ahead and call this tonight.
Just let me know when to throw it.
Alrighty, red or blue, who's the winner? Go ahead and throw the switch, Trevor. Blue is our winner tonight with 62% of the votes. Congratulations to VinceLambor for a wonderful job. Again, quick thank you to ImAnApple. He did a fantastic job with his sign on his side too, but the fans have spoken. Blue is the winner. Congratulations.
And that does example, that detail doesn't always win, so because
but sometimes it does.
Yeah,
it's a constant debate that we go back and forth on, but there's never really an answer to it.
In the promotion series, it all comes down to viewer vote, and like I've always said, it's first impressions that matter, and sometimes just seeing a lot of stuff could sway a vote.
Mm-hmm. We did said red side looked pretty empty, and the pool table just wasn't really reminiscent of Vegas. Whereas, over here on the blue side, we had a lot of traditional Vegas stuff. It wasn't really, I wouldn't call accurate, but still it represented what Las Vegas is all about with all these crazy stuff, in a city-type environment. And that's kind of what we see here. So that's probably, from my opinion, I think that's why he won. But that's going to do it for the show tonight. For myself, Trevor, Aaron, thank you for watching the Great Minecraft Build-Off. I'm Benny Girard. Have a good night, everybody.